Today I'm going to be demoing Rails project management for you. Let's get started by signing up and creating an account. Sign up, I'm going to enter my name, email address, and a password. Great, so I've signed up successfully. This is my dashboard, and this shows me information about all of my current projects and current tasks. So this includes projects that I've either created or I'm collaborating on, and tasks that I've created or that have been assigned to me. So let's start by creating a project. So I'm going to go up to the navigation, click on Projects, and then click on New Project. And this is going to give me the new project form. So let's name our first project My First Project, which you can see I've already used more than a couple of times. This is the description. We'll set a due date a couple days in the future. And we're going to add some collaborators in a few minutes. Okay, so we've created our first project. This is our project dashboard, where we can see information about the project, including task details such as the number of open tasks, complete tasks, and overdue tasks for the project. Some more information about the project that we just created, such as the description, the creation date, the due date, and whether or not it's active or complete, and the number of comments and notes, which we'll get to in a few minutes as well. And lastly, we have our people block over here, which shows who's collaborating on this project. So right now it's just me. I'm the project owner because I created it, but let's invite some people to collaborate with us. So I'm going to invite Jon Snow and Ollie. Cool, so now the two of them are both collaborating on this project with view permissions. If I wanted to remove them, I can simply just click on remove over here. Or we can go to edit project to edit information about the project, or edit the collaborators on the project, including their permissions. So by default, when someone is added to a project, they only have view permissions. So I'm going to update Jon Snow's permissions to edit. So basically what that does is that allows him to manage anything on the project that he's created. By default, people with view permissions can only comment on tasks on the project. They can't edit the project, they can't edit anyone else's tasks, but people with edit permissions can create tasks, edit tasks, comment, but they can't edit anything that's not theirs. So they do have a higher degree of editing permissions on the project. However, the project owner, myself, can manage everyone on this project, as well as editing all of the tasks and comments. So let's move on and create a task for this project. So I'm going to click on Tasks here in the sub-navigation. This is going to show me, okay, so we don't have any tasks yet. Let's start by creating one. Click on New Task. And we'll give this task a name. And a due date. Set that a couple days out, and I'm going to assign this to all three of us. Add some tags. And create it. So this is the task view of the task that we just created. So in this block here, we can see all the information about the task that we just created. Below, we have our new comment box, and then on the right, we'd have our comment stream for anyone who's commenting on this task. Let's create a new comment for this task. There we go. So now that's in our comment stream. If I wanted to edit this task, I can click on Edit here, and that'll allow me to edit the people who are assigned to the task, as well as manage the tags as well. So if I wanted to just unassign these people and remove these tags. Then the changes will show up here as well. For marking a task complete, I can either click on the Mark Complete button, or I can just change the status here on the Edit Task page. But we'll do it the fun way. Click on Mark Complete, so now our task is complete. But for right now, I'm going to leave this as active, because we're going to need this in a few minutes. So, related to posting comments, we have this comment sub-navigation over here. So let's check that out. So basically what this is a comment stream for all the comments on this particular project that appear in chronological order, with the most recent comment first. So since we only have one comment, this is the only one that's here right now. But if I were to go back and make another comment, that's also going to show up there. The next thing I want to look at is notes. So the notes are to projects as to what comments are to tasks. So we make notes about projects. It can be anything that's generally related to the project that we need to write down. So, for example, a project scope document, or a project charter, or something else related to the project, maybe the kickoff meeting notes. So let's start by creating a new note. Close kickoff meeting notes. We met with stakeholders. We discussed X, Y, and Z, etc., etc., etc. Now we'll create that note, and we can see the note that we just created right here. If we go back to notes, then we'll also see this here in our note index page. Let's go back to our project dashboard. So now that we've added a task, we can kind of see there's a little bit more going on here, as well as some comments and notes. We have our one open task, we have our 2 comments, we have our 1 note. So if we go to our task details, okay, so we have our new task. It's assigned to me. If I were to change this due date and go back to task, it's going to show us that it's overdue. I'm going to change that back for the moment. Okay. And if we were to click on, if we had closed out any tasks, they would appear under here. So since we have this open task, let's try and close this project out. So you're going to see that we can't do that just yet, because we still have an open task. So we're going to go back to our tasks. Let's do that. We'll mark this as complete. Okay. Now if we go back to our project, we have our complete task here, so that's done. So you go to Edit Project, and we'll be able to mark this off as complete. Great, and we get a nice little check mark letting us know that it's done. So if we go back to our dashboard, we're going to see just like an aggregation of this information here. So click on Rails PM. Cool. So we can see here we have our 1 project that we created. It's complete, so it's showing up under the complete tab here. Our 1 created task, the task that we created, is also complete, and the 1 task that we created that's also assigned to us is complete here. Now I can click on any of these to get some more filtered by them. So projects, okay. So by default it goes to the active project page, because that's typically what you're going to want to look at. We don't have any active projects because we completed it, but if I click on complete projects, that'll show us this complete project here. Same thing if we go back to tasks. We don't have any active tasks because we already completed it, but if we click on complete task, that'll show us this complete task that we made before, assigned to myself, and then completed. The next thing I want to look at is tags, which we touched on briefly when we're creating a task. Every task has a couple of tags that you can assign to it. So when we made this task, we added web, Ruby, Rails, and we can manage whether or not the tags are on a particular task. But what if we want to edit the tags themselves? So we would go to tags here in the navigation, and this is going to show us all the tags that we're currently using on any of our tasks. So we can delete them, or we can add new ones, and we can't add duplicate tags. Okay, the last thing I want to go over is the account section. So we're just going to take a look at our profile, and this is where you go to just view your information and edit anything about your account, such as your name, email address, or password. So let's do that right now. Click on profile. Let's say I want to change my name. I'll do that. Okay, and my account has been updated successfully. So if I go back to my profile, it'll show the updates right there. Another little bonus I included is this here, the user role. So right now we're just set to a regular user. I'm going to update our role to administrator. And so what that does is it adds this admin panel here in the navigation. So now as an administrator, we can manage everything on Rails PM. We can create projects, we can manage other people's projects, we can manage other people's user accounts. Right now, looking at the dashboard, we can see all the information about all the information on Rails PM. So the total number of users, total number of projects, number of tasks, notes, comments, tags. Obviously, there's other projects and tasks and notes and comments and tags from other people that are using Rails PM. So right now the only thing that's manageable is the user section, so let's check that out. And this is a list of all the users using Rails PM. So right now I'm the only person that's set to administrator. If I wanted to edit some of these users, either editing their role or some of their profile information, I could do that from here. So let's say I want to edit Jon Snow's account. Click on Edit User. This will take me to his profile, and then I could go ahead and edit his email address or his name or his password, or even delete his account, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so we're back at our dashboard. I think that covers everything I wanted to go over for Rails PM, so the only thing that's left to do is to log out. So we'll click on Account, and then we'll click on Log Out, and this will log us out and take us back to the home page. Thanks for watching.